I want to welcome you all to the X10 Birds-of-a-Feather session here. I see you had already some time to get a drink, talk to your friends, make some new friends. And you also know it's already been a long day and the full program. But there's still a lot of reasons to show up here and to be here. And maybe you've heard about X10 and you want to learn more about it. Be a great opportunity. Maybe you're already working on X10 and you'd like to hear who else is working on X10 and what the work is that's going on around X10. Maybe you just want to have a drink. Maybe you want to get a t-shirt. It's all great reasons to be here. And we'll offer all of that in this 1 hour. So we're trying to keep the BoF and all the presentation parts really to an hour and afterwards to allow more time for discussion. So we will keep presentations short. And here's sort of what we're trying to do here tonight. We have 2 sections here, and here's a list of the speakers. We keep it informal, mostly without slides, a few slides here at the beginning. We first want to tell you about what's going on in X10, what is the future direction of the language, what is X10's ecosystem about. So we have 3 IBM speakers on this, Mike Hind, Vijay Saraswat, and myself. I will be talking about the tools. And we will hold on with questions and have a Q&A session at the end of this part. And then we'll move on to learning about what people are doing with X10. What is the research that's going on around X10? What are the projects? And we have a number of speakers here that will talk about their work in the second part. And we'd like to keep those presentations short, informal, 5 minutes, and have a Q&A section again at the end. And after that, when we close our program, we'd like to keep the discussion going. Any questions you might have for the speakers that you listen to, or X10 in general, we'd like to answer them. So now I'm going to move on to our first presentation by Mike Hind.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Before we get started, a very important question: what is X10? So this is the audience participation part of the BoF. Do we have any answer? Yes, we have an answer. Yes, sir.
10-10.
Excuse me?
10-10.
10-10. Sounds good? Give that man a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, over there. An FPGA language. Give him a t-shirt. Yes.
I think it's that thing you plug in the wall and it turns it into a really bad network.
Aha! I think that's up there somewhere. Give that man a t-shirt. Any more? There's some hints. Yes?
X9++.
X9++. I like that one. I like that one. Where are we? Any more?
Not as good as the
Sorry, give that man a t-shirt. I haven't said give that. We have women's sizes here, so. Any women in the room? Yes.
10 times faster. 10 times.
10 times. 10 times faster. Very good. I like that. I like that. Give that man a t-shirt.
And a t-shirt.
What'd you say? Yes, Corky.
Magnitude improvement in technology for scientific computing.
Ooh, give that man 2 t-shirts. Okay, so I didn't know the answer. I went to Google and it pointed me to Wikipedia and I got these 6 answers. It's an unmanned technology demonstrator for advanced missile technology. Not sure exactly what that means, but I think it's a plane. This is, I think, what Doug said. It's a standard for connecting power. X Windows system, no one said that, surprisingly. Remember that a long time ago? Windows used to mean something else in the 80s. A video game, which I think is now defunct, but it looks pretty cool. A Swedish submarine? Suburban train, that's right, okay. And a smartphone, okay. No smartphone, sorry. Okay, getting serious, what I want to do is, let's see, switch the slide. Switch to the other one, if you get a chance. I'm very excited. I want to tell you a little bit about what we're doing very briefly, and then I'll turn it over to Vijay to talk a little about the language, and Evelyn to talk about the tools. But before I do that, I want to recognize some of the X10 team that's here. Those are the folks who had t-shirts without giving out answers. So we have Steve Fink over here, who is heading the applications team with X10. Tami Onodara-san from the Tokyo Research Lab at IBM, who's leading a group of about 6 people working on X10 over there. We have Igor Pashansky over here sitting next to Yoav Zibin, who are working on the compiler, real guts of the compiler, all the real hard stuff. And there's many, many other folks who aren't here right now, on the order of about 35 or 40 folks at IBM worldwide. Okay, so just a quick history. That'll take about 30 seconds. You may have heard of X10 before. And X10 was originally created as part of the DARPA PERCS project in IBM, and the idea was focusing on HPC to get productivity and performance, say compared to, say, C and MPI, for example. And that's been true, and that's been about more or less 10 people going on through the end of last year. And then something different, something major happened within IBM. We decided to actually do something much more aggressive with the language and focus really on the commercial space, in addition to the deliverables for the government. So we're focusing on scale out in sort of the Java ecosystem is the high-level bit on this. And we can talk more about that. Vijay will tell you a little bit more, and then at the end, we have plenty of time. We'll be here until probably midnight or over dinner, over drinks, and we can talk more. So just one more thing I want to mention is IBM is pretty serious about this. It was around 10 people working on it, and to do what needs to be done, we increased it to about 40, 45 people. Some of that is language design, some of that is certainly implementation, but it's also application development work, testing, tools, documentation, all that kind of stuff. So making it really a serious language. What we also do is we're investing in growing the community. So we had an X10 Innovation Awards we did in December. 18 professors around the world got small grants to do stuff with X10, and there's information about that on the X10 website. And then we just did another one of these Innovation Awards, focusing particularly on China and India, so another 13 folks. So you'll see shortly some folks doing work on X10, but there's many, many more folks who are doing stuff with X10 that are not here today. With that, I'll turn it over to Vijay to talk a little bit about the languages.